Eyes are open or closed. Don't worry about what you need to be doing right now. It's just what's happening. It's just sitting appearing, listening appearing, talking appearing. Maybe the body wants to move a little bit, or maybe it just wants to stay relatively still whilst we drop in. You might like to play with the breath if that feels good for you. Don't have to. There's no right or wrong way for this to go. There's no right or wrong way for this to be. There's just the simplicity of whatever is appearing. And that might entail sitting quietly, or it might entail sitting loudly. There might be breathing in and out through the nose, or there might be breathing in and out through the mouth. It's just play. It's all open and invitational. No right or wrong. There's no instructions. There's just open invitations. Again, eyes open or closed, doesn't matter. And I'll just say another thing or two about what we're doing here. So without the sense of journey and destination, without the sense of where we are now and where we're going to be or go through some kind of personal effort, there's just the simplicity of bodies breathing, sitting, maybe relaxing, maybe checking in, whatever's coming up. It's just what it is. So this is a way of opening up this weekend. No, that's it. So if you want to have a breath out, just go for it. You don't need anyone's permission. If you want to have a sigh or just be free, just whatever happens, it's up to you, so to speak. Yeah. That's it. You can sigh, you can yawn, you can blow air. If there's any stress or tension that's built up in the body from your commute today or from the week thus far, just feel free to just, see what's going on there, and you can just release it. Okay. All right. So as we just continue to do that, there's an invitation here, if you like, just to sense the contact the body makes with the ground. This is what we often do. And then we're going to stand up if that's okay for you. You don't have to, though. Again, everything invitational. But before we stand, or don't, maybe we can just sense the ground beneath the body. This is called grounding, ironically. And we just sense the sensations in the feet maybe, or the hands or the legs. If the sit bones are situated on the ground or the chair, you just feel that contact. And again, this can be quite a nourishing way of allowing any stress or tension pent up in the body to just come down. Yeah. Neither going in the right or the wrong direction, only this grounding, just this grounding. No awareness for that, just grounding. Ever so simple, ever so simple. So whatever's coming up, it's just what it is. There's no sense here that any thoughts, any ideas, any remotely anything whatsoever, there's no sense that there's anything in the way. Whether there's storytelling going on, fantasies, fairy tales, sensations or emotions, everything is open. Everything is open. All right. So, for those who are comfortable to, you can stand for this part, but everything we're going to do standing doesn't have to be done standing, so you can stay seated, it's really okay. However you want to be. Who we got here?
Aldan.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Okay. So whether we're seated or standing, absolutely cool, whatever you want to do. Feeling the feet on the ground again, if you like. You might even like to just wiggle those toesies. Whether it's a barefoot situation or socks. Yeah.
Socks.
Huh?
Kissy.
Kissy? There's no kissing going on there, it's just smiles.
Oh, I'm meant to be wearing those socks as well.
You are, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I did send the memo, but maybe. All right. Okay. So whether you want to rest the hands on the tummy or the chest. Hi, love. There's space over there and there. I'm just going to invite us to move around in any way we want to. So yeah, do take up space. We don't need that much. And you don't have to feel uncomfortable about the way the body wants to move. It just moves or it doesn't, yeah? Again, eyes open or closed. Everything I'm saying hopefully is clear enough so you don't have to keep focusing on me visually. And there's just, again, another invitation for the body to just, yeah, fluidly find the way it wants to move. Can you guys hear me okay on the Zoom? Okay, sweet, thanks. Yeah, whether you want to get your arms out there or just, you know, lift a leg off, just, you know, just play with it. Play with it. No one cares.
He was flashing at the camera.
Yeah, get that booty swinging. Yeah, that's good. It's playful. There's nothing serious about this. Yeah, never going in the right or the wrong direction.
Laughter is welcome.
Yeah, laughter's welcome. Shouting, maybe not shouting too loud, but yeah, just like whatever. Whatever wants to happen. Who cares? Just let it be. All right, I've gone into knocking on the door of life here. Now, you don't have to copy, but you can if you want. This is really nice for our kidneys, by the way. Just fun fact. It's good for our adrenals. That's it. Whatever you want to do, just play with it. It's a good spinal twist. Just getting some energies flowing and fluid up the torso. If you like it, you can look over the shoulder. That gets that twist all the way up into the cervical region of the spine. Yes. That's lovely. Just wringing out any of that. Yeah, that's the good thing about having lots of bodies in the same room. You're tapping on your own body, but you actually also get some taps from someone else as well. Oh, right. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's never happened before. I love that.
It's spontaneous.
That's great. So we're tapping on our lower belly and our lower back, yeah? This is good for, as I said, our adrenals and our kidneys, but it's also good for our internal organs on the front side, the intestines. And if you believe in all of the chakra stuff, it's good for the lower dantian too. That energy center where a lot of qi appears to develop, and then it gets sent around the body. All an appearance, of course. Let those sighs go. Enjoy the shoulders loosening up here. If we're not used to this, we might be feeling all kinds of sensations going on. Nice. Who's to say what's wrong or right? Okay, if you like, we can just slowly unwind that. Let's see how you feel. Whatever's coming up, it just is what it is. And then maybe we can do a little lateral movement. So these are called spinal activations, and there's 3 of them. That's why I was doing that. So there's the first one, which was knocking on the door of life, and that's a twist. That's doing this with the spine. And then the next one is side to side, where you just kind of like let the hips sway a little bit, maybe just get the body a little bit more like a floppy old thing. Or a floppy young thing.
Yeah, dangerous ground.
Yeah, and this is really nice for, like, again, if we're at the gym a lot, or if we do a lot of exercise, or if we sit at a desk a lot, like, these exercises are just really gorgeous for, you know, getting some fluidity in the body again. And especially because we're going to probably be doing quite a bit of sitting around today, it's just nice to kind of break it up, you know? You can speed it up or slow it down. Just, again, it's however it wants to be. Yeah. Nice. All right. Let's just see how that feels, and maybe that slows down. Maybe the body comes back to center. All right. 3rd plane of movement, forwards and back. So I'm going to give us 2 options, all right? So the first option is the wave, where we rest the hands somewhere around here, and then we do this, where we're like flexing and extending the spine like a snake. That's the wave. That's called the wave, which is really nice. The second option is spinal cord breathing, which is a bit more like cat and cow pose for anyone who does yoga, but from a standing position. And that's where we open the elbows back, tilt the pelvis forwards, stick the backside out, and look up, and then exhale round the front and the back of the body. And the chin comes to the chest, elbows together. Yeah. So this is spinal cord breathing, where we like flex and extend. It's a little bit more dynamic than the wave. Inhale if you're opening up, exhale if you're closing down. Just like getting that stale, stagnant air out of the lungs, yeah? So you can choose the first one or the second. It's up to you. Or you can do both. Whichever one you prefer. We've all gone for spinal cord breathing. That's nice. It's nice, isn't it? Just getting like all those muscles and the joints moving around. You can just keep that going at your own pace, your own breath. Or you can switch. Nice. That's it. Just enjoy. Just enjoy it. It's lovely when we get those long, beautiful breaths, and just the breathing and the movement, the letting go of stress and tension. Any aches and pains might be soothed a little bit. Nice, everyone. Sweet. Lovely. All right. Are we ready to wake up and shake up this place? We're going to do some tapping, if that's all right. If you've got any conditions and something doesn't feel right, I hope it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Please don't do it. Okay? So we're going to be tapping on the body if you are up for that. And, you know, if you've got any heart conditions or whatever, then maybe just avoid those spaces that really don't want to be tapped on. But for the most part, this is actually quite nice and fun. So we're going to start by tapping on the side of the body, if you like. those obliques. That's it. On the rib cage. And the other side. Nice. Okay. We're getting that energy waking right up. And then the chest. On the sternum. Yeah, you can have a bit of a Tarzan if you like. Get that masculine energy fired up. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, you got it. That's the stuff. That's it. It's just so lovely to not take this seriously, you know what I mean? Okay, and then the upper back, this is where our vagus nerve, or vagus nerve is around here somewhere, and this is good for calming the nervous system.
I think it's fucking good.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Good on the knees.
Good on the knees, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Oh, interesting. And shoulder. Give yourself a good pat on the back for showing up today.
Oh.
And then down the arm. So we come down the outside and then up the inside. All right, yeah, let's have a clap. Just clap. Inside. Sensation and vibration, just palpably moving all around, right? And switch. Nice. Coming down. Oh. Well done. Inside. And let's go for Tarzan again. That's, oh my God, amazing. I know, right?
Go, Max.
Okay, and let's go for the lower back. So this is again where our kidneys are. Anyone who's ever had adrenal problems or problems with the kidneys or the lower back as well, of course. It's good for getting a little massage going on there.
It really is.
And then we're going to do the same thing with the legs that we just did with the arms. So we come down the back or the outside and up to the down the feet and then up the inside. Oh my God. Shall we do that again? Yeah. Wow. This is so much. Once more. Sweet. And if you haven't recently eaten in the last 15 to 20 minutes, you can have a go on the belly as well. Oh my God. Oh my, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Invigorating.
Sure.
It really is, isn't it?
Isn't it?
So we're just gonna, if you like, we can just take a mindful pause and just notice what's going on in the body.
Mindful, everyone.
Mindful, mindful, mind empty. Empty fullness. Okay. So right now we probably are feeling quite a lot of tingling and buzzing and pulsating in the arms, the legs, the hands and feet, wherever else. Okay. So for the first half, or first 2/3, we'll see how we go with time. But for the first part of this session, this is a bit like shaking up a snow globe. We're getting all of this activation going on. All of this energy is circulating around the body without a doer, without a person. It's the freedom of this reality expressing as bodies and sensations and vibrations. And so what that's doing is it's getting all of this energy and all of this energy circulating around the body without orbiting around anything or anyone. And the second half, or the second part of the session, is then just simply allowing all of that snow globey energy to just kind of come back to the ground again. We settle into a relaxed space. All right. Okay. Let's shake it out, shall we? Let's have a little shake. Let's just shake the body out. And shake through the arms, bounce through the knees if you like. Okay. So in Chinese medicine, there are apparently 5 pumps in the body. Well, there's usually 5 pumps in the body, and that's 2 arms, 2 legs, and 1 spine. And so when you just kind of like bounce like that, you can kind of just invite any more energy to circulate. Now that we've tapped up and down those meridian lines, that's kind of like, in a way, removing little stones from a river so that energy can just flow a little bit more fluidly, as it were. And then all those stones are removed. The shaking is just kind of like assisting a little bit more spontaneity, flow, vibrancy, play.
Looks like a dance.
Yeah, that's it.
We get some drumming going on.
Well, I'm standing on a creaky floorboard here, so I got something going on. That's it. Shake it right out. So shake. I can't tell you how nice shaking and sighing is together. Like when you shake and sigh, it's so good, delicious. You can shake a bit in the head if you like. That's not too strenuous for you. I mean, it really is like being a child, right? It's like being a child again. Yeah, this is what kids do in the supermarket when they didn't get that candy bar. I want to tell everyone. I know, right? All right. Okay. And just like shake it out a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And then whenever you arrive back into a somewhat still posture, a relative still posture, by now you're probably feeling quite a vibration going on in the hands. So anyone who's played Street Fighter or watched Dragon Ball Z, it's like, it's that Qi energy going on. So this is where the snow globe energy starts to make its way back down to the surface again. We're just going to do a little bit of flowing here. Now, if your legs are aching or if you're tired of standing up, just go ahead and sit down. But I'm going to do this next part standing still. And then after a little while of just doing a few flows here and there, we'll come to either sitting or lying down, depending on how much space there is for that. All right, so again, just seeing and sensing what's going on in the body, however that's showing up. And you can play with your own flow, by the way. Like if you want to just move around, you can wag the hips or bend in the knees. If you are familiar with Qigong, you can play with a little flowing movement of your own, or maybe intuitively the hands just find their way of going somewhere. So whatever it is, it just is. It just is. If you're looking for something a little bit more specific, you can follow something like this, which is sometimes called the Qi ball. And if you move the hands closer and further, you'll probably notice that there's that kinesthetic pulsation going on. in the palms and the fingers. Like when they get closer and further together and apart, it really seems to turn that kinesthetic pulsation on. Especially when it's hovering in front of the navel, because that's where the lower dantian is located. You can really feel that vibrancy, which is really just the play of energy, of course, in that form. All right, that's lovely. And the hands here can move a little bit like jellyfish, if you like. It's sort of fluid and flowy. No contraction. Or maybe a tiny bit. Okay. That's it. So everything that's happening here is just for the pure play of energy, opening up and expressing itself however it wants to, without a destination in sight, heart, body, or mind. It's just energy play. That's my favorite translation of the word Qigong. It's not energy work. It's not energy medicine, although it can be. It's energy play. All right. So if you just want to keep your own thing going, please do. You don't have to feel obliged to follow or copy me. But what I'm going to do is bring that energy up through the midline on an inhale, and then it's going to come out as a big, beautiful circle on the exhale. And we're just going to do that a few times. Breathing in on the way up. I'll try not to get my eyes poked out. I'll exhale on the way down. That's it. So it's this one's called the Buddha flow. Although there's not a Buddha in the room. Well, there is actually. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So breathe in.
Not real.
And out.
Not unreal like that.
Okay. It's called the Buddha flow. Inhale. If you want to, again, if you ever want to just go off the railroad and find your own thing, it's most welcome. You don't need permission for that. But if we are doing this one, it's an inhale up and an exhale down. Palms can face the body on the way up, if you like. And turning out. Lovely. Beautiful. You don't have to breathe too hard, unless you want to. It's nice to lengthen the breath as well as deepen it. Just notice what's going on for you when you do this. If it feels nice, or if the arms feel a little bit too pressured with the full-blown circle, you can of course make it more smooth and small, a bit more subtle. Nice. Just take your own time, your pace, your breath. Very nice. And then, if you like, you can reverse that motion. So on an inhale, it can come out to the sides and up, a big circle. And exhale down the midline. This one's called pulling down the heavens. Can go slow or a bit quicker, it's up to you. Nice. All right, maybe one or two more of those in your own time. Whenever you find yourself coming back to a natural close, you can just play around with that Qi ball one more time. And then, if you're into, might not be, but if you're into visualization or whatever, you could imagine just that all of that qi, that energy, which is felt, it's not just imagined, you can feel the sensationality of it. And you could just imagine placing that into that hara, lower dantian space. And we can feel the breath, maybe, in the belly. And then from here, we're going to make our way to either sitting down or lying down. I think we have enough room for bodies lying down. So just, yeah, making room for that. Ah. Max has got the best space in the house. I love it. Of course, yeah, of course. I just love I'm straight in there, I love it. Okay, so.
It's not expensive.
So, whether we're sitting or lying, you're most welcome for the next couple of minutes, if you want to move in any way you like. I like to give an invitation in the YoQini sessions for anybody who might like to do any postures that they haven't yet explored. So if you want to bring your knees into your chest and there's room for it, you can. If you want to shake your head from left to right, you can. Or roll over, or you could stretch the arms up overhead if there's enough room. Or you can just stay relatively still. Whatever movements the body might like to have a go with there, just to get that, that opportunity of really just getting that lovely childlike spontaneity, really. Whatever the body wants to do, however it wants to move, however it wants to breathe. There's no right or wrong. If there is no edge, then there is no right or wrong. It's just the immediate, spontaneous, free-flowing, beautiful chaos of this. All right. So we're back to that point of imagining that all of that snow globey energy, pranic, chi, fluidy energy is just sort of coming back down to a surface called Earth. Yeah. And if you're feeling still like there's any lingering tension, then you're most welcome to join me for 2 sips of air in through the nose and a nice long sigh out through the mouth. I'm going to do this 2 or 3 times and you can follow if you want to. So it can be 2 gentle sips of air in and out. 2 gentle sips. And out. If you enjoyed those 2, let's do that again. Lovely, lovely. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So for the next 20 minutes or so, there's no right or wrong way to be, and that's been the case all along. But the invitation is to, just make sure you're as comfortable as you possibly can be for this next part, where we just really kind of at least in imagination, dissolve. Anything that could make up me as an idea, as a belief, as a sensation, without intention, you could just imagine dissolving. If at any point you need to move or breathe, you don't need permission. Whatever's happening, just this. Anything at all. Just this. Whatever energy might be present right now, or appearing to be present right now, whether it's contracted or expansive, there's no sense that any of that is in the way of anything else. Whatever energy is appearing to express us in this timeless moment. Without contextualizing it, boxing it in, defining it, sea of sound. No destination, only vibration. Easy. absolutely easy. No problem and no solution. Whatever's happening is just what it is. It could be anything. Whatever's going on, it just is what it is. There's no problem and no solution. It's effortless, open, needless. And even the needs and the wants of that too. Everything is open and edgeless. No instruction. No direction. No destination. No place to retreat to or abide in either. Where would we go? Where would who go? So for the last few moments of this open wide YoQini session, there's an open space, which is always open of course, but there's an open space for whatever the body and the so-called mind wants to do or be. Whether the so-called mind just wants to run riot in its own house of thoughts and ideas, or whether there's more of a desire for focusing on the breath. And if the body is enjoying being still right now, then it can just bathe in its own field of sensation. And of course, the body can also filter out these words as much as it likes, because there is no need to follow anything. There's no need to come close or go further away when there's no distance involved. There's only what immediately appears to be happening. So, it's just simply the bathing. Bathing in whatever appears, whether it's sensation or breathing, thinking, feeling, listening, focusing, zoning out, just ing, without a subject or an object, just ing. And maybe whenever is the right time, the body just might start to find its way of moving again, expressing little gestures in the fingers and the toes. You might start to find the breath deepening again to introduce more wakefulness. You might sigh or yawn or blow. The body's just very gradually starting to wake itself up again. And just effortlessly reawaking the body reawakening itself, coming back to an apparent world of seeing. Take your time. Take your time. Just noticing how we feel. So, I hope you all enjoyed this playful YoQini session. I think it was a lot of fun. And we're going to have an hour break now, so wow, much love. Oh, it's fun.